a year ago. It just is. Well, it's just, Tyron Smith. You know Tyron Smith. You don't think he's got some game left?
So, how about this? How about this? So if this is the situation and Dak somehow just gets them to the playoffs, that should be enough then, right? To get a contract. Because if it's dead man walking based on their roster, this ain't about NFC Championship. This ain't about Super Bowl. So if we're saying they're going to be 2-5 and they haven't done anything to make the team better, if he gets this current team to the playoffs, that should be enough, right?
No, but now we're just waiting to see, can you do something when it really matters?
That should be enough.
If he thinks the roster's bad, I think they're fine.
This should be enough if he just
it's
gets
kind
them
of
to the
damning
playoffs.
with faint praise. Like,
no, it's fine. When I say fine, look, man, is Ezekiel Elliott going to rush for 1,500 yards? No. But he can get you 1,100. He can get you 1,100 yards.
I don't know.
He can get you
that guy I saw in New England last year, I'm not sure
but that's New England. It's a new situation. He got signed late. All of those sort of things. He was with a quarterback that nobody respected. I mean, it's like it's a different situation when you with Dak Prescott versus Mac Jones in a rotation of whoever's, in a coach that most likely was going to be gone and players that was not these players in Dallas. I mean, it's just a different situation. I think Zeke can get you 1,100 yards. I do. I honestly do. And then if they get CeeDee Lamb in camp on time and he doesn't miss time because all of a sudden he's got a little hamstring deal going or some weird stuff like that because he's not doing football acclimated things with his team, I think you can be okay. But if you start off at 2-4, 2-5, I don't know what to tell you from there. But your best bet is to keep your quarterback, man. That's your best bet.
Okay. You know why I think you're saying this? This is just me psychoanalyzing you. Because deep down you're thinking, yeah, we got to keep Dak in there so I can root against him. And I'll come in here every Monday and say,
but I'm not rooting against the Cowboys when I'm trying to educate you and Michael on the Cowboys. I'm not rooting against them. I'm just telling you what I see. And y'all don't want to accept it because y'all so just Cowboy crazy, and you go all the way back to Don Meredith, and you start telling me all about Don Meredith.
I do. I go back.
And then you start telling me about Starback and Danny White and then Troy Aikman and Romo.
Trust me on this. Roger Staubach was really good.
But I ain't the one.
Really
you don't need
clutch.
to tell me that.
Yeah.
You need to tell Richard Sherman that. I know he was good.
Okay.
I watched enough highlights.
And this guy, Troy Aikman, he was really good.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I was there, and I was right in the middle of it, and I knew Troy, and I knew that team, and they should have won 5 straight Super Bowls. So I know what that feels like.
If they'd have added me, man, that would have been a cheat code.
Over. Yeah, game over. So look, I'm spoiled rotten, but it's been 30 years, man. It's been 30 years.
It's okay to be spoiled rotten, but you also have to open up your eyes and stop always looking as the Cowboys got to go back to yesteryear, the glory days. Well, the league is different now. It's just different. It ain't one team the Kansas City that just continuously dominates and dominates and dominates. In this day and age, free agency, guys are looking for big money. And if you're a team that's not willing to dive into free agency to pay guys to help your star players, you're going to stay right where you're at. Because the Philadelphia Eagles, every chance they get, if something becomes available and they like it, think about it. They got rid of Hassan Reddick.
They did.
They said, hey, you know what? We don't want to give you new money because we think the guy behind you could do just what you did. But we also going to bring in some other pieces just in case he can't do those things. Y'all don't do that.
We don't do anything.
You don't do it.
No, seriously. They won the offseason. They won free agency. They won the draft. I love their quarterback. I know they lost 6 of their last 7, but they were having some internal issues, and I think they fixed them.
Yeah.
And I don't think we can beat them either of these times this year. And all of a sudden, Washington, with your young quarterback, is going to pose a huge threat. I bet Washington will beat Dallas one of the 2 times.
At Cleveland, you lose.
Yep.
You beat New Orleans. You lose to Baltimore. You beat the Giants. You lose to Pittsburgh. You lose to the Lions.
Damn. At home versus
You
the
lose to the Frisco. You beat
1, 2, 3.
Atlanta.
4,
you lose to the
5,
Eagles.
2 and 6.
I think you lose to the Texans now.
That's 2 and 6.
Washington, you probably beat. The Giants, you beat. Cincinnati, you going to beat.
That's crazy.
Carolina, you going to beat. Tampa, you going to lose to. Philly, you going to lose to, and you might lose to Washington.
Okay. There you go.
Got them starting out 2 and 6.
Is that a lie? They go to Cleveland. Cleveland was a good team last year, despite Deshaun not finishing the season. New Orleans, whatever. Baltimore gonna run breaks on them. They ain't even know what to do with
At
Lamar.
home, too?
Yeah, they go. Yeah, for sure. They don't win at home like that. Jerry's World's just a big dome. The Giants, they'll beat. Pittsburgh, they probably
can beat
lose to.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh got D. They can run the football. Their Achilles heel, they can't stop the run.
Yeah.
Detroit gonna get them. Then they get a week a week off their brain, and then they go to San Francisco.
You don't want a week
at
off.
8:20. So that is it looks like a Sunday or a Monday night game, October 27th.
Damn.
To San Francisco. San Francisco got their number. They done beat them, I think, 3 straight times.
That's bad.
It feels like 10 straight times.
What you gonna
Okay,
do, Skip?
I got one stat for you. Since we last appeared in a Super Bowl after Michael Irvin and Troy's and Emmett's year in '95, Pittsburgh, easy win.
Yeah.
Since that game, in the postseason, for teams that have played at least 15 playoff games over that 30-year span, we have the single worst playoff winning percentage in all the NFL. And we're the freaking Cowboys. We're America's team. We are the most valuable team on earth. And look at us in the postseason. I don't get it. I still don't know how we're the most valuable. Fans are staying away in droves out training camp out here in Southern California, and we're still the most valuable team in all the world.
Yeah,
I don't know. Parcells was there. They lose to Seattle. Botched field goal, Romo. What else happened?
I mean, we
Y'all
don't
was
have
the
enough
number
show
one seed
left.
with Wade Phillips.
Yep. And
couldn't finish that.
Eli happened at Dallas.
Eli happened at Dallas.
Yep.
And then you had Dak on the move against Green Bay. You lose. Yeah, y'all had some heartbreaks.
Number one seed. That
Yeah,
year.
y'all had
Yep.
some heartbreaks.
Yep. And we're about to have, this is beyond heartbreak. This is just like complete depression. It's just, you go from delusional to deep depression.
No, you still delusional.
You know? Well,
Because
I
you
mean,
still think Emmitt Smith is running the football and Michael is catching it. Even though CeeDee Lamb is really good,
Right.
but it's different.
Right.
Not the same, man.
something missing. Dak ain't it.
Dak ain't it.
Ain't it.
That's
And yet,
crazy.
let's do it
Hey,
for
look,
5 more years.
when he signed that $60 million, Dak is it.
He's it. He's it for
I ain't
Dak.
taking nothing less than that.
I ain't taking nothing less than that.
It feels like Dak is holding us hostage.
I would. Yeah.
That's what we are.
You play with me, I'm going to play with you.
Okay.